Hi there. Hi, I'm just coming to share a few words in regards to love. This has been on me for the last few weeks, and I decided, well, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do it. The element of love, we have added so many of our definitions to God's love, and God clearly has his own definition. Now, God is love. Point blank. That's what the Bible says. God is love. And then not only that, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave. So love is not so much about receiving as it is giving. And we have added our own definition to what love is. And in doing that, then we are at the end of some things that just doesn't feel good. Now, we all were born and we have an innate ability to realize and understand what love feel like. Let me tell you, for instance, we all came through a mother. We all had an umbilical cord. And in that umbilical cord, when I say there's always an exchange through that umbilical cord, there's the nutrients, there's the blood, there's the oxygen, whatever is needed for life, it comes through that umbilical cord. And when there's an exchange, okay, the mother gives what she needs to give, and the exchange on the other end is that baby is going to grow into a human being. It's going to get bigger, it's going to get larger, and it's going to grow. So there is that exchange. I give, you take. So even after that baby is severed, that umbilical cord is severed from the mom and the baby, then they'll take that baby and put the baby on the mom a lot of times so they can get skin to skin. And what that is there's a warmth there. There's a bonding and there's a love. So early on, we learn what love is. The things that we learn is after we get here. After we get here, whatever our atmosphere is, or whoever our parents or whoever they are, however they treated us, that is our definition of love until we come to know God's definition of love. Now, like I said, love is always going to give. It's not going to take. It's always going to give. Just like a baby. If you put a baby somewhere by itself, maybe feed it, and just put it by itself for hours on end, they have something what they call failure to thrive. Because there's a lack of intimacy, there's a lack of love, there's a lack of touch. So that baby is going to fail to thrive. So guess what? It's not going to grow properly. Because the proper amount of love is not given, in essence, is being taken away from that baby. So it's not going to grow. I'm going to tell you something. To be on the end, the receiving end, we want to be on the receiving end of love. We all do, because it feels great. It feels so good to be on the receiving end of love. For instance, I have my pastor and his wife, they are such servants that you really, really want to give back to them. But they are such servants because they love their parishioners and they love their ministerial team. And by doing that, a few times a year, they'll say, come, I want you to come over to the house for Christmas. The leaders come over to the house. She had cooked. She did all this stuff. A true servant gave. Last year, they took us to Signature Chop House at Easter time to the leaders. They gave whatever you want. This is what this is. Whatever you want, you get. You talking about an exchange of a feeling of somebody giving to you. You want to be on that receiving end. It feel good. In whatever situation it is, it's going to always feel good. I don't care if it's on your job. When you give a service, you want to be compensated. And prayerfully, you want to be compensated. And the more you compensate it, the better it is. That's what we think. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, you want to be compensated. So there again, there's an exchange. When I go see my sister in the nursing home, my oldest sister, she's in Detroit. And when I go see her, I always try to take her something. And you know what she told me? She said, you don't always have to bring me something when you come. She said, I just like it when you come. And little does she know, when I go, I feel there's an exchange there. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple of friends, they say, well, when you go, they like to go down there with me because they said, I get something from that too. We not only give to her, but she have a few friends that every time we go, then they want to come in the day room and they want to receive. You know what I'm saying? But giving, there's an exchange with love. There's always an exchange. It doesn't have to be monetary. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. That's the most profound emotion it is. Now, if you fail to give love to a baby and they fail to thrive, as an adult, when you don't get love, you're not going to thrive properly either. Now, think about it. I'm going to take a twist here for a minute. I'm going to take a quick twist here. Think about it in a love relationship. I'm talking specifically to the singles, but it works wherever you go. I don't care whether you're married, whether you're single. I don't care what situationship you in. Love is going to always find a way, because I'm going to tell you something. Love gives nothing but itself. Love gives from nothing but itself. Love is going to give. It's not going to take. Let me tell you something. Love, the Bible says that love is kind. We have to be kind to one another. So I'm putting out some barometers here. I mean, this message was for me first. And I truly believe that this is what I was supposed to do, is to put it on here, because we have to step up to the plate. We have to step up to the plate as far as love. Love is patient. It's kind. It does not envy. It doesn't envy, because you know within yourself, first of all, if you love yourself, then you know what God has placed in you as an individual. You know that you are a designer original, so you don't have to envy somebody else. You know that you can stay in your lane and flourish, because nobody can be you. Love does not boast about itself. We live in a society that is a selfish society. Everything is me, selfies. And I'm keeping score. But the Bible says you don't keep score. It's not one up. You do this to me. If you do this to me, I'm going to do that to you. Or because you didn't do this for me, then I'm not going to do anything for you. That's not what love is about. Love is not about us. It's about somebody else. It's about being a servant. One thing about love, there's going to always be an exchange. When you give it, it's going to, people call it karma, but you reap what you sow. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap it. And that is the truth. Whatever you sow, you are going to reap it. That's just like in the government. The upper 1%, they take. So those of us that are lower than that 1%, we're not feeling it. It doesn't feel good to be on the end, to be taken from. Now, on the other end of that, if they were saying, okay, we have so much that we're going to take away from us and give to you all, we would feel so much better. But that's not the way it is. Now I'm going to turn right quick because I'm going to stop this. It's going to be short, but that's just like in relationships, situationships, or whatever. Relationships. I'm gonna say relationships because in situationships there is no love, there is no commitment, there is no compromise of your opinions and your beliefs. There's no compromise in that. And what I'm saying is this: is that a lot of times we need a barometer for dating. We need a barometer for relationships. The ultimate is that we want to find love, we want to be loved, but are we ready to give it? Are we ready to give love? I've had people come into my life and they, first thing is that I want from you. Okay? We're not even vested in this thing, So, but still, I'm not saying let nobody use you or abuse you, because definitely you don't want to be abused, because you're going to know what it's like to feel love. We all do. We know what it's like to be wrong, to feel wrong. We know what it's like to be offended, because on the other end of that thing, it's not love. Usually it's not love. So then it creates an offense and it creates a horrible feeling on the inside of you. Because like I said, we were born with the innate ability to know what love feels like. So now if you're in a situation and you're not getting that love, the relationship is not going nowhere, because it's going to have a failure to thrive, because love is nowhere in the picture. You see what I'm saying? Love is not self-seeking. Love is giving. It's not self-seeking. It's giving to somebody else. It's like, can I say a kind word to you? Can I touch you? What can I do for you? Not so much what you can do for me, but what can I do for you? What can I give to you? A lot of things we hoard because we don't want to give them up. We manipulate other folk. That's taking. Manipulation is taking. Talking about singles, and I'm wondering, where in the world did they get this stuff from? Friends with benefits. I had never heard of such a thing. But, friends with benefits. That means that I don't have no intention on loving you. That means I don't want a commitment with you. See, love is a commitment. Love, it gives. Love is a commitment. Love is willing to communicate. If you're in a situation where there's no communication, nowadays there's no communication. If it's not through social media, if it's not through texting, God awful things that people say on texts and stuff like that now, instead of one-on-one. So we're losing some of the elements of love, because love communicates. And it doesn't just listen or just be quiet so I can get my point across. No, it listens. because it says, I care about you. I care what happened to you, because love protects. The Bible says love protects. It delights in the truth. It's not evil, and it delights in the truth. Donald Trump, it delights in the truth. It's not evil. I just kind of went off there for a minute. But anyway, this is a barometer, and I'm getting ready to close right now, but this is a barometer right here. If you're in a situation, if you're in a relationship, and you are the one that always have to do the giving, you do the calling, you do the texting, you trying to make somebody believe that you are the right one for them, and you're not getting an exchange back, or somebody want to constantly beat you down physically, mentally, or emotionally, that is not love. Reevaluate the situation. That is not love. That's why you're not feeling good about yourself. That's why you're not feeling good. God said love is giving. It's not taking, it's giving. So when you're in a relationship, or when you're in a situationship, don't discredit what you feel on the inside. Don't discredit that. I'm going to tell you something. Love is reviving. I'm going to tell you something. A broken man or woman, a broken person, if they come in contact with the right person that know how to love them, can love them back to life if they receive it. Now, everybody can't receive it, because hurt people hurt people. And some people can't receive it. But if that individual can receive it, they will be revived. They will be restored, because it's love. God is love. So that's why I'm saying, listen, kings and queens, listen to me. I want you to hear me, and hear me if you don't hear nothing else. If you're in situations and people treating you bad, talking to you like you a junkyard dog out of respect, the Bible says that it honors. It doesn't dishonor. It doesn't dishonor. It honors you. When you're in a relationship, you're not going to do anything but thrive. You're going to be revived. You're going to come alive. You ever been in a love relationship where you just alive because everything seems brand new, especially when it's reciprocated? If it's not reciprocated, you got a problem. You have a problem. And we all want something that's reciprocated. But let me tell you something. In the event that is not reciprocated, reevaluate that thing. Get out of something that's not reciprocated. Now, that's not to say that when you actually in a relationship that you might have to give 80 and that other person at some point in some times might have to give 20. But I'm not talking about all the time. Because in you giving that 80, if you with the right person, they're going to receive it. They're going to say, man, they're going to want to give more than what they're getting. That's what love does. So all I'm saying is, in every relationship that you're in, whether it's a relationship on the job, any relationship, step it up a notch with your love. Give a little kindness. Say, can I step it up a notch with kindness? Can I step it up a notch with giving? Can I step it up a notch in decreasing in myself and not being self-seeking in nature? Because it's not about me and it's not about you. Life does not revolve around us. It revolves around other individuals. Can I not be angry? Can I work on not being angry? Can I speak the truth? Can I speak it in love? Truth, it's about truth. It ain't about evil. We want truth. Can I cover my sister or brother? Can I cover my queen or my kings? Can I cover you? Can I protect you? When people talk about you, can I protect you in love and not gossip about you? Trust, love, trust. You know what I'm saying? You have to be open for love. Now you got to be vulnerable. You got to be open for it. But you got to evaluate. See, God gives you some barometers. He gave you a thermometer on the inside to let you know that this something ain't right about this thing. You got the discernment. Believe your discernment. Something is not right about this. And then if it's supposed to be, love will find you. You don't have to run after it. Love will find you. When they talk about soulmates, there's a connection. There's a connection there. I believe it. I just believe it. I believe when God ordains a thing, it's going to work. The only persons that can mess up something that God ordained is you or I. Those are the only two people that can mess it up. And you can mess it up by many means, by fear, by rejection, by abandonment, by all these type of things. Just your neighbor. I have some wonderful neighbors. And when I say they give, they give. They don't just, see, love is an action word. We can sit up and talk all day long. We can talk all day long, but if you're not willing to put some action behind it, just be quiet. I'm to the point I don't even want nobody telling me, this is what I can do for you. This is what I say. This is who I am. No, show me. Show me. What to say, show me the money? No, show me who you are. It's my responsibility to show you who I am. Like I say, I have some wonderful neighbors. And I live in a multicultural subdivision. And when I say they're wonderful, right, they are wonderful. I mean, when I say they have come and shoveled snow or whatever, and it makes me want to give back. And I do. I give back. It's nothing about, when you give, it's something about giving. But we want to take, and receive. Get out of that mode. And watch your life change. Watch God do a 360-degree change in your life when you give. And let it be a barometer to the situations in your life. Because if a person don't receive you, the Bible says, look, shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving until God do something different. But wait on God. Singles, wait on him. Thank you. I hope you received it. And I just want you to know that I'm glad I was able to do it, because this is something that I don't do live. But I'm being stretched because I want to give. It's not about me. It's not about what you think about me. Hey, I had to get on here and I had to give. All right.